You'll never guess what just happened.
While I was gone?
Yes, while you were gone, like 2 seconds ago.
Does it involve Louis?
No, Louis fine, Louis fine.
I get nervous when you want to film my reaction.
Oh God, the hose just split wide open. Oh, thankfully that was gray water. Oh my. Look at that. I dumped the black tank, like normal.
Yeah.
No problems.
Yeah.
And then I hit the gray lever, and I saw this little dribble coming off the hose. So I like touched the hose. I'm like, where's that leak coming from? And it like split in half, and water like sprayed everywhere.
The hose?
The dump hose.
The septic hose?
If that would have been the black, it would have been Mount Rushmore of poop. It was horrible.
So now we have no black hose.
Our hose has 2 giant splits in it.
And we have a punctured tire.
And we have a punctured tire. This morning is crazy right now. So we can't dump our tanks until we get a new hose. I was like 15 seconds away from being covered in sewage.
Aww.
Oh, it's so crazy. I don't know what's going on.
So we'll have to do an Amazon order to Savannah Locker?
We'll probably just pick it up at Walmart.
You want to go to Camping World? Camping World!
Maybe.
Louis, we're going to go to Camping World.
Okay, should we finish the pack up? Well, it's Memorial Day, and we find ourselves traveling all day today, 311 miles, 5 hours on the map.
Yeah.
And where are we headed to?
Savannah, Georgia.
Woo! We have not been here since 2019.
We're so excited. One of the most spookiest, most romantic, historical places that we love to go to.
Yeah, and we did not get to really explore it that much. So we're only there for 4 or 5 days, and it's gonna be good. It's been a very eventful morning, and I just can't believe how crazy everything has kind of been to like get moving. We're starting to have a few small things stack up, like the nail in the tire, our sewer hose blowing up, and what's next? Hopefully a smooth drive.
Hopefully nothing, but you know, bad things, they say, happen in threes.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens. Where your heart is a sun, and it shines.
What's wrong with people?
Yeah, your heart is a sun.
Well, this is our first time in a rest area for trucks only, which was kind of goofy. It said rest area on the map, so you just kind of think it's going to be a regular rest area, but then as you get closer, it says trucks only, 6 wheels or more.
So we do have 6 wheels.
Yeah, I think we qualify. But we're headed today, we didn't say yet, to Skidaway State Park, and that's going to be our first state park in a while.
A long time, yeah. And it's relatively close to the city.
It's super close. I think it's like 10 miles. We tried to get into Tybee Island.
Yeah.
But again, we didn't really plan very well. Sometimes when you're full-time RVing, you don't think about the dates. You should think about the holidays, but I kind of just forget about them, and I'm just like not really paying attention to what the actual holiday is. Well, that was a successful stop. Next stop, Georgia.
I actually slept really good last night. I'm yawning, but whew.
Welcome to Louie's 10th state, Georgia. He has traveled all the way from Arizona to the Florida Keys, and now he's headed up the East Coast a little bit. It's kind of funny, we've gotten a couple comments saying how bad they feel about Louie because we don't have a fenced-in backyard and our dog has nowhere to play. But really, the whole world is Louie's backyard.
The world is his oyster.
It is. It's his whole backyard. He gets to sniff and play and go to dozens and dozens of dog parks. He gets to see
lots of miles.
A lot of stuff.
He's sniffed so much grass in so many different things. He's sniffed soon to be 10 different states.
You doing okay today?
Yes. I'm just really excited.
Delirious. Okay, rest area.
Excited, delirious. Louie!
Louie!
Ah! The sun is shining.
Big nap day for Louie. He's cranky. Georgia's just as hot as Florida.
Louie! He's not interested in the water because there's so many new times to smell.
New state, Louie. What do you think? You know, driving up here, we realized that we also had some road trouble in 2019 going to Savannah, Georgia. And it was our first 6 months on the road. We were in our Airstream Sprinter van. We were leaving Florida. We actually had to get batteries in Jacksonville because we're having battery problems. And then the dreaded deaf light came on the Sprinter van where it says you have 10 remaining starts. And each time you shut it off and turn it back on, you have 9 remaining starts.
Not something you want to see when you're driving cross country and when you live in that vehicle.
We were pretty wigged out, I remember. So I ended up calling dealerships along our route, and the one that we ended up stopping at was, I think, the downtown Savannah, Georgia one.
Yeah.
We ended up spending the full day there. We told them we would be in the next day. I think we spent the night at a Cracker Barrel. We woke up early and showed up at like 8 a.m. and said, help, please.
Yeah, and we were lucky that they did.
Yeah, they got us. They got us in right away. And I remember the service writer came out and he basically had this estimate and repair of the DEF filter, a couple NOx sensors, and I don't even remember what else. But it was like
this thick of paperwork.
It was like $2,500. And remember, we just bought this van.
It was in the 3000s.
I think it was in the 2000s, but it could have been 3000s. We just bought this van in Florida 6 months prior. It only had around 29,000 miles on it. It was fairly new, and it was only, you know, I think 4 years old roughly at the time. Of course, me coming from the automotive industry, I'm knowing about the warranty situations, and I've dealt with a lot of repair shops and dealers in the past. So I of course brought up the warranty on this because the emissions systems have 5-year 100,000 mile warranties on most vehicles. Of course, it's a possible warranty of these items and not of these items. And every single one of our problem items were on the not covered warranty. But I didn't give up there, and I kept reading the manual, and I found out there was a list of states that had a different emissions warranty. It was 7 years and 150,000 miles, I think. And it only covered a certain amount of states. California, New Jersey was one of them, and that's where our van was originally purchased in, was New Jersey. And long story short, after spending all day there, they're like, okay, we don't really know if this is going to be covered or not, but I called up Mercedes-Benz, their special number, and we got this warranty approved. So then they ended up getting it all fixed that afternoon. But it was a good memory because we ended up getting all this, figured out by about dinner time. So we had been there for
like so stressed out
10 hours, and we're like, okay, where do we go for dinner? And we ended up going down the street to this great
southern restaurant.
Which
we got fried chicken.
Yeah.
And the best banana cream pie, and we brought the service writer back a slice of banana cream pie.
We did.
His name was Jack.
Jackie Boy, and that's what we named our van for a little bit.
And then we
Jackie
switched,
Boy.
And then we switched the name and the gender to Irene. Oh, good memories.
Actually, we need a lot of things done. We need an oil change in the next 1,000 miles. We have a wiper motor warranty recall on the truck. We have a trailer wiring fault recall, which is actually kind of concerning since we tow full time. But I mean, the lights and everything is working fine, but we get this error that keeps saying trailer warning fault.
And we have three pending recalls.
Yeah, we have 3 recalls on our new Ford. Lots of recalls on this Ford F350. The big recall, which we've been dealing with for a while, is the rear axle spring seat, they call it, which is really bad because your rear axle can get crushed or deformed under the weight load because they didn't weld it properly. And so we've had it in 2 times for this, and one time they cleared us and said, you passed inspection, you don't need anything done, go on your way.
Yeah.
Well, then the recall was still there, so a couple months later I call another Ford dealership, of course halfway across the country, and I said, hey, my recall is still on here, can you clear it? Because this past dealership said it's fine, it passed inspection. Well, then they tell me, no, there's no passing inspection. They are now re-welding all of the Fords.
They're mandating the re-weld.
Yeah, and you just have to order these parts in. I said, oh, great, we're gonna be in Arizona, Cottonwood for 3 weeks. We'll bring it in right away, let's get it done. So I bring it in, and of course they go, oh, no, we can't order these parts in 3 weeks. It's gonna take way too long for that. So like, you need to get that done when you get back home. I said, well, that might not be for 6 months.
And we're gonna be back home for even less than that.
Yeah, so it's turning out to be kind of a difficult situation to get warranty work done on the road. Even oil changes can be somewhat difficult. The Ford's much easier than Mercedes, I'll say that for sure. Mercedes was quite difficult.
And with Mercedes, I mean, you had such a big price range on services that
an oil change could be $300.
So we would call like 3 different states, and we would have such a big variance, and then that would kind of dictate where we went. But
yeah, the Ford diesel oil change is about $130, and since we bought our truck brand new, they give you enough Ford reward points to cover 3 oil changes. So saving money. We only had to buy a new Ford to get it.
Just buy a new F350 in the peak of the truck market, and you'll get a couple oil changes in the deal.
C'è la luna in mezzo mare, mamma mia, mamma di dare. Figli mie, tutte dare, mamma mia, pensaci tu.
Well, this is cool.
I love it.
Beautiful park. Weather's nice here too. A little cooler than I was expecting.
Yeah, we have snake exhibits back there, and she came from back there. I was showing her off to a group of kids, or him, showing him off to a group of kids.
Wow. You didn't just pull him off on what side am I again? Wow, that's so cool. What kind of snake is it?
This is a corn snake, a red morph. It is generally not naturally occurring.
You'll never guess what just happened to me.
What? You got an upgraded site?
It's the second time I said that today. The guy had a corn snake on him.
What's a corn snake?
It was a big red corn snake.
Like a live snake?
Yeah, it was huge. He gave me a little lesson, a little tutorial on it.
On how to handle a snake?
Well, not to handle it, but just to see it.
So we didn't get an upgraded site.
No. Yeah, it's a pretty small campground, so
Well, let me tell you.
not too many sites.
I've had my window down.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Catching a breeze and listening to the children play. You can tell that there's holiday in the air right now.
Yeah, Louis just relaxed as can be. He's not whining or crying or
Same as me.
anxious. This is so beautiful here. You know, here's the electrical box here. So we gotta come up a little bit. So we're off kilter here a little bit, leaning down to our right side here. And something I was never good at, just because I never really took the time to really do it, is to level from side to side instead of just letting the auto level take care of all of it. If you don't level side to side, it will sometimes pick up that side of the trailer, and so then these tires will be off the ground, which it can handle, but it's still not recommended to do it that way. So I'm going to put 2 blocks here, 2 blocks here. We're 3 degrees down, so we'll see if that will take care of us, and then the auto level should do a lot better. Okay, there's 2 blocks you're going to be popping up on.
Where are they?
They're on the right tires. They're already up to the tire, so you're just going to be pulling forward and onto the blocks.
So if I
go straight.
So if I drive the truck straight, they're gonna go pop in the right spot?
Yeah, you're only going to go 6 inches.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Go ahead. Okay, little bit more. A little bit more. All right, stop for a sec. That's pretty good, Chris. Look at that. You nailed it.
Did it work?
Yeah.
We've never done that before with the trailer.
I know, that's why I was just...
It's a little different because when you're leveling, like in the van, or
Yeah.
on the truck when we were tent camping,
Yep.
you could like feel the truck move.
Yep.
But obviously I can't feel that.
Yep.
So it's like,
Well, what I was just explaining was like you're supposed to level side to side with level blocks first, and then you use your hitch or your auto level to level top to right. But what we've been doing is just hitting the auto level button and just letting it do its thing. And
so how do you know how many blocks we needed?
I just took the level on my phone and it said it was 3 degrees down, so I just put 2 blocks. I don't know, maybe it's too much, I'm not sure. Definitely a little swampy in our backyard here. I think I can see a gator. Cool spot though, big spot. Just a little unlevel. We're used to that though. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful. It smells like pine cones.
Yeah. So a lot of people ask us too, how is it unhitching at an angle, which I don't know if this comes up very well, but that's a pretty severe angle between the truck and trailer. And basically you just can't hook up your weight distribution hitch. So you just hook up the ball and then pull it out straight on the road, and then you finish hooking up your weight distribution hitch. Look at that.
There's a lot of bugs here.
Yeah. This is like the jungle.
This is like my worst nightmare for bugs.
Seemed to work okay. It's pretty high. Hit the auto level and see what happens. How you doing, buddy? You warm? How you doing? How you doing? Being such a good, patient boy. Good travel day, Louie. Good travel day. Big 6-hour nap. We're gonna take you for a big walk, aren't we? Yeah. Watch out for gators back here, Lou. It's a little different setup than what we normally do, but it's working. Worked okay. The auto level worked great. We needed to put those blocks down or we would have been in trouble.
Yeah, good call on that.
Yeah. I always forget about it. I'm just like, okay, let's just roll up and hit the auto level.
Stay hydrated, friends.
See that? Where it leveled us up on this side?
Yeah.
It's like...
Are we still on the brick?
It's on the blocks, but it is literally...
So tires would be dangling?
The tires would be that far off the ground.
But they are contacted right now?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, well, the good thing is this is the tire we need to replace, babe. It's already off the ground. We can just pull it off. I just dented the truck. Not too happy with myself. I left the ratchet up on the bumper, so when I dropped the tailgate, just a little bit of pressure, I felt it right away. Just enough pressure to do a little dimple. Frustrating. Can you even see it from way back here? Ooh, that's super frustrating.